Now let's take a look at some of the basic settings you'll need to get right before you start working in Adobe Audition. First, let's take a quick look into our device settings and device order, and also some of the Windows mixer settings inside in the Options menu. We'll stay here for a couple of minutes and just check out some of the things we need to get right in terms of settings, device properties, device order, and also the Windows recording mixer. First of all, device properties. And in here, we just need to check that the wave in and wave out settings are configured properly to match our sound card. In this case, I'm using a USB mixer attached to my computer, which is using a USB audio codec. In many cases, this will be the name of your sound card. It could be a Sigma-Tel or whatever the brand of sound card your computer uses. Just make sure it's activated, and make sure as well you tick the box to the right-hand side which says use this device in edit view. Make sure it's the same for wave in and also wave out, and you can click OK to that. Staying in the Options menu, let's go down to Device Order. And in here, let's just make sure that in our case, the USB audio codec is the first preference for playback and the first preference for recording, which it is. If it's not, for example, if we wanted to let the Sigma-Tel C major audio driver be the first preference, all we need to do here is click on it and go down to the bottom and click the Move Up button. It now changes the order of the driver. So keeping it a USB audio codec, which we need it for, and checking that the playback is also the same, and we can click OK. That's done. Next, we'd like to remove some of those very annoying PK files that will sometimes pop up in your computer if they're not disabled. So it's Options, Settings, and the Display tab. Bottom right of the Display tab, you'll see a section called Peak Files, and a little dialog box suggesting you tick or untick the Save Peak Cache files. Now, if you're getting PK files in your computer, that will be ticked. We want to switch it off, so just make sure the box is clear. You can toggle on and off just by clicking in the box. We want to make sure it's switched off, and again click OK. And the final part of our setup again is in the Options menu, and we go into the Windows Recording Mixer. This controls the ins and outs in terms of audio in and playback out of the editor. We need to make sure that the computer is looking to the right places. In here, we're looking at two different sets. We go into Properties, and we can see that there's playback and there's recording. Playback and recording. Now, we're using a USB audio codec, which means that takes over the capability of the recording. For this particular computer, we're not going to see anything in the Recording tab, but what you should be seeing in most computers are two different record source options. One will be the microphone, and the other will be something called Stereo Mix. Now, really, you should have the Stereo Mix function enabled. This is very handy for recording stuff from a browser or from the web. It's really, really good. You can record stuff directly from within the computer. All that in place, you're almost ready to start working, and we'll deal with that in the next video.